seconds now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. We'll set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now back to throw. And their team's first sack of the game. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Tua. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And that's on Austin Jackson, first-round pick in 2020. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Up the middle they go. Mason. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. A dump off for Mason. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Agba, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yet this is a secret to exactly know it, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
They're going to look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rolling now. When we're watching offensively,
We're scoreless after one. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Emmanuel Agba. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. So, Charles, no.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. A mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick-6.
And those guys who have that designate in games because people try to avoid them, they absolutely love it when they get challenged. And it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point and goal by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The New York set to take the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball again on 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, but I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Hill on the return. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Yeah, they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Jets will take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 4. This pass out wide to Hall. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Corey Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And check down, complete to Hall. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Ready. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So, all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. To his throw, hauled in by Bell. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mason, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Mason. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run on first down. It's Mason. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Now a give, right side. Mason. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
So look for easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd-and-long situations. They just took another step right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow will be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, if like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel. Yeah,
they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. Looking to pass. Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end. Back now in Miami as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Tua going to run the sneak, and he will have a Dolphins first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12, and it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. On the screen, this is Mason. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st down, it's Mason, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good one there. They're going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run on 1st down. Mason. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play run that time. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On 2nd down now, it's Mason. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Down to an knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And